Hey, it's Ellie. Welcome back to another Sims 4 recreation speed build. So today, okay, I'm gonna be honest. This is less of a recreation speed build and more of an inspired build. But I'm trying to build a hobbit house. It's not, like I said, it's not a recreation build, so I'm not gonna call it Bilbo Baggins' house, but it kind of is. That's what I based it on the most. I'll probably include some screenshots of that later so you can compare, just reference what I was looking at when I was trying to build this. So, yeah, it was pretty interesting. I just randomly had this idea that I thought I could probably build a pretty cool hobbit house with the curved roofs and a bunch of bushes and stuff with move objects cheat on. So I decided to give it a go for some reason. Here's the thing. I'm not a huge fan of The Lord of the Rings. And I'm gonna say the movies specifically because I haven't actually read the books. And I definitely feel like once I read the books, which I'm planning to, I will like it a lot better. I think I'll enjoy the book so much more than the movie because the movies are just, I feel like they're a little confusing if you don't know any of the lore. For me, I think there's so many characters, and the first few times I watched this, I got pretty confused with some of the characters that they go back and forth to and from. For the longest time, I thought two of the characters were the same people, and they were not. And I can't even remember which two characters I thought were the same. I think I was confusing Aragon with another character, but I can't remember which one it was. And I don't know why I just did not realize that they were two different characters, because the first time I watched this movie, I'll be honest, I didn't pay that much attention. I don't know why. I don't know. I just didn't feel like watching it, I guess. And so I kind of just glazed over the whole thing. And I think I fell asleep through the second movie. Not the fault of the second movie. I just fell asleep is all. So I didn't really... My first complete watching of all the movies was not the greatest experience. But I started rewatching them while I was building this. And just to give you a point of reference for how long some parts of this took, I'm about to start with it here, but putting the bushes and such on the roof to make it seem like a hill took literally the entire first movie for me to finish. Literally, the entire first movie. That movie is so long, it's like, oh my god. It's like a 3-hour movie. And then the rest of the build is just me decorating, sort of. And so I actually did cut quite a bit of that out, almost all of it. So you won't see hardly any of that, which is good because I don't think you really want to see that. You mostly just want to see the finished product, I think. I gave you an idea of what I'm doing here. So, yeah, that's it. But what I was saying before is I started rewatching them this time, and I think I'm enjoying them a lot more now that I'm really focused on them. It's not my second watch through. I think it's probably my third at this point, because I think I watched them a second time and things were I just had a little better grip on everything at that point, now that I knew the characters and all that. And now this third time is working out pretty well, and I'm enjoying myself. It's like halfway through the second movie at this point, I am. So I've got a ways to go. Quite a ways. Actually, I don't even think I'm halfway. I think I'm only like an hour through that the second movie. So yeah, I do have a lot to watch still, and I probably will watch them all tonight because I'm dumb and I don't sleep ever. So yes. Here, this hobbit house, it was more difficult than I thought, but it didn't turn out as bad as I thought it would, I guess, once I started doing it. I realized that it was going to be a little more challenging than I had originally assumed, but then once I got even more into it, I felt like it was kind of coming together. I think it looks alright. You might not be able to play in this house very well. Not because things are blocked or anything. I really didn't have to move objects inside the house really at all, but with the bushes on the top, with all those plants and such, it's kind of hard to see inside the house, even in live mode. So it would probably be pretty annoying to live in and play in. This is more for like a looking at kind of build. You probably would have a hard time living in here, but I think it looks nice and it's a cool speed build to watch, maybe, hopefully. I mean, I cut out most of the actual, like, the main part of the build that took the longest, because the inside is just kind of, it's not rushed or anything, but I really only saw like 2 rooms in Bilbo Baggins' house in the first movie, in the first like 10 minutes, and then you never really see it again, I think, until, I want to say you see it again at the end of the 3rd movie, right? Maybe? So those are the only times you see it, and I'm pretty sure you're going to see the same rooms in those ending scenes as well as the first ones. So yeah, I didn't have a lot to work with, is basically what I'm saying. So what I went for the most was just the aesthetic, just the woodsy feel of it, fireplaces in every room that are supposed to be your like cooking spots, but you know, The Sims doesn't have that, so I had to put in a real stove and such in the kitchen, but I did my best to make it look like not a kitchen, just like a little Hobbit kitchen, I guess. Not a Sims kitchen, what I mean. Anyway, yeah, and there wasn't like a ton of decor things that I could really put throughout the house to make it look all cluttered like it does, but I did my best. So yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say about the build. I'm gonna talk about Sam. Is Sam like everyone's favorite character? Because he should be. Sam is awesome. He's like actually the hero of the story, and I can't remember, I feel like I vaguely remember someone saying that the author kind of also thought that about Sam, but that could be completely off, so don't quote me on that. Don't take my word for that at all, but yeah, I feel like, why is Sam so much better than all the other characters though? He's so like good and wholesome, and he tries so hard to help everybody. And I mean, the other characters do too, but all the other characters seem to have pretty big flaws, like flaws that sort of hinder them in their journey. And Frodo obviously has like the biggest obstacle of all of them, and so that's a pretty, I mean, it's not a flaw of his necessarily, but it kind of acts like a flaw throughout his journey to Mordor. So I just feel like Sam is the only character who actually doesn't really have a big flaw, something that holds him back. Like he's always there propelling things forward and making sure things go smoothly. And so yeah, Sam is the best. I like him. I mean, Gandalf is great too, but that's just because of the actor that I like him so much. So I'm gonna put that in a different category. He's not my favorite character as far as the actual characters go. All the other characters I'm sort of neutral about, to be honest, and that's why I want to read the books the most, because I think I will connect so much more with the characters, and that will make the stories so much better for me. Because the movies just don't have time to go into character development really at all. And I think that's the biggest problem with movies, and that's always the biggest problem with book to TV adaptations, is that they don't have time to really explore everything the way they explore it in the book. And so I definitely feel like the Lord of the Rings books are way better. I think I have to read The Hobbit first, though. I mean, I don't have to, but I feel like I want to. So I'll probably do that one first. I actually haven't seen the Hobbit movies at all. I might wait to see them until after I read the book. Because otherwise I might be in the same situation with the Lord of the Rings movies where I just don't really connect that well with the story. It's still a good movie though. My favorite part about the Lord of the Rings movies is definitely the soundtrack. The soundtrack is killer in this movie. I listen to the scores just like randomly on my own. I listen to a lot of instrumental music when I'm writing, so a lot of the times I have some random movie score on, or like a chill mix on YouTube. I don't know, something that doesn't have words because the words distract me, but yeah, anything like that I'll probably listen to. And I think I was listening to this recently, which is why I had the idea to build this, because I thought it would be cool. Anyway, I think that's about the end of the build, to be honest. I'm just doing a little decor here. I actually think the kitchen turned out pretty cute. I like the kitchen a lot. It's not very accurate, but I think you get the feel of it all right in this whole house. Like this room that I'm working on right now, it seems alright. You kind of, it's similar looking to that in the short scene that you see it in the movies. So yeah. But that's the end, so I'm gonna sign off now. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel, because I post these videos every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And also, if you have recently requested a video, I haven't forgot about you, I promise. I have a bunch of builds planned. I just really wanted to do this one first is all, so I just did it, okay? That's all. I'm gonna do the rest of them soon. So thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye!